Welcome to the world of Xiaomi. This is what we've been up to. Let's dive right into it. We kept India connected with technology like never seen before.
Truly a timeless flagship.
Technology that works at the speed of light. Technology that is really light.
Xiaomi Next
So that you could
2022
capture every moment
launch event
perfectly.
ನೇರ ಪ್ರಸಾರ
You have
ಆರಂಭವಾಗಿದೆ.
never experienced a camera setup like this on a
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
smartphone
Xiaomi 12
ever
Pro
before.
ಮತ್ತು
And when you thought
Xiaomi
you'd
Pad
seen it all,
5
we showed you
ಬೇರೆ
the bigger
products
picture.
launch ಆಗಿವೆ.
We showed you what entertainment
ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ
should look
ಹೇಳಿ
like. And we
ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಿಸಬೇಕು.
made sure that it didn't just wow you, it wowed you.
It's so light you can even lift it with just 2 fingers.
We didn't compromise on design or clarity. That's how we made your happiness our top priority. We didn't just stop there. We also made technology that fueled your drive to
ನಾನು ಈ
excel.
launch event ಗೆ
We
ತುಂಬಾ
made
excited
technology for the
ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
hustlers, for the dreamers, for the make-believers.
This is indeed a stunning laptop.
And all of this was possible because we wanted to give you everything you asked for. You nudged us to aim for more and be the best we could be. And
ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನನ್ನ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು.
with the Xiaomi 12 Pro 5G, ready to usher in a new era of technology with the
ನನ್ನ
Xiaomi
ವಾಯ್ಸ್
Pad
ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು
ready to
ಚಾಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ
enhance
ತಿಳಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ
with the
ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Xiaomi Smart TV 5A. We are ready for next.
All right. Welcome to Xiaomi Next, where we showcase not just the best, but what's next in technology. My name is Sumit Sonal, and I represent marketing for the Xiaomi brand. I will quickly go back to the last slide, and I would want you to remember a few points. All right. The staff which you will be meeting today has been double tested and is fully vaccinated. Number 2, all the people which you will meet in the stadium today have been RT-PCR tested in the last 48 hours. But we have to remember that we have to take all precautions today, and that's why we have booked this humongous venue so that we are socially distanced and we are following all the COVID-19 protocols. But remember, sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. Keep your mask on at all times and maintain social distancing. Now, like I was saying, I am Sumit Sonal, and I represent marketing for the Xiaomi brand. All right. Now, before I start today's show, give me a loud cheer if you are ready for the first product launch under the Xiaomi Next property. Mi fans, are you ready? Maza nahi aaya. Mi fans, are you ready? All right. When I say the word tablet, what product comes to your mind? Give me an answer and feel very, very free. Give me an answer. When I say the word tablet, apart from that Confi Boost prank which we pulled on you, what comes to your mind? Give me an answer, please. All right. Heard a
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ನೇರ
brand
ಪ್ರಸಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ.
from the audience. Now, do you realize and question yourself why the entire tablet segment has become synonymous just with a single brand and a single product? And why there has not been a single product till today which you have been able to recommend to your friends, to your family members, or even to your partner? Have you ever questioned that? Now, there are 4 core reasons which
ಇದು ನಾನು
I
ಮೊದಲ
believe,
ಬಾರಿಗೆ
and I'm
ನಾನು
for sure
laptop
that you
ಇಂದ live
also
ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
agree with me. What are these 4 core reasons? Let me just go one by one. Number 1, all the tablets in even the 40 to 50,000 rupees
ಈಗ
segment
Xiaomi
lead with
Pad
poor performance.
5 launch
Actually,
ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
I can call it pathetic performance. Now, let me just give you an example. For playing a video or playing music, it's fine. But the moment you throw a game at it, there begins your nightmare.
ಒಂದು problem
You will
ಇದೆ
get
ಈ
into
scrolling
app
text ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
crashes, bootloaders, and so much more. The second problem with the tablets today are outdated displays. Absolutely low resolution displays, absolutely huge bezel displays, which are completely outdated in 2022. The third reason is feeble audio, which you
ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ
The third
ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ
reason is
ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್
feeble
ಲಾಂಚ್
audio.
ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆದಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ ಗೆ ಈಗ 2022ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ತುಂಬಾ ಹಳೆಯದಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
install the same speaker into a tablet you will have the same result, feeble, poor audio quality. And the fourth reason is non-optimized OS. Most of the OEMs have been looking at tablets, like I just mentioned, as
operating
just
system na
large-scale
problem irtade anta
smartphones.
heltare.
And the presence of a non-optimized OS leads into a bad UI and a bad user experience. And today, we are here to change that completely. And that's a promise which I am making to you standing on this particular stage.
ತುಂಬಾ ಸಮಯದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಿ ಎಂಬ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ Xiaomi ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
The question is, why in 2022 we are doing this? Now there are few reasons, and I'm going to ask you a question. In the starting of 2020, the person who you were, are you the same person today? I can tell you, I am not the same person. My requirements have changed. I have changed myself. And I'm sure most of our consumers will agree with this. For example, my entertainment needs have changed. I am no longer the generation. I'm actually cutting cords. I'm actually uninstalling the DTH, and I want my content on demand. I want the content to flow in with me wherever I go. The second reason, we are now not the generation of Candy Crush. We are not the generation of Angry Birds. We are moving into person versus person gaming. We are moving into arcade gaming. And like I was mentioning before, most of the tablets, because of the inferior performance, do not stand up to the promise. And the third reason is, with the work from anywhere culture, you are now required to be productive everywhere you go. And my promise on this particular stage is that we do it all better. All the three things which I mentioned, we do it all better with the Xiaomi Pad 5. Introducing the Xiaomi Pad 5. This is the India debut of the product most of our Mi fans have always awaited.
Xiaomi Pad 5 ಎಂದು ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಐಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ಥರನೇ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಫುಲ್.
Alright, so that's the first look of Xiaomi Pad 5. And our promise is that you do everything better with the Xiaomi Pad 5. Alright, let's talk about the first use case scenario, and I will spend a little time on it. The first use case scenario is doing entertainment better. And you understand that whenever we launch a certain product in the country, we always work very closely with our consumers who are our Mi fans to understand that what is that exact requirement, what is that exact spec which you want. Now you understand that Xiaomi has been able to disrupt segments, right? You saw us disrupting the smartphone segment. You saw us disrupting the smart TV segment. And today, we are disrupting the tablet segment. Now, when we started understanding our users, what we realized that 72%, and that's a big number, 72% of our consumers use their tablet mostly for entertainment needs. And that's why the first thing which we are doing on this particular stage is that we are introducing a large 10.95-inch screen in a footprint of a 10-inch tablet. And you will talk about this thing, you will know what I'm talking about. You know that our content is shot in 16:9. 16 is across your laptops. Competition brand. To 9 aspect ratio.
ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಏನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಈಗ ಜಿಯೋ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಲೋ ಇದೆ. ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಫೋನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನನ್ನ ಬಳಿ ಏನೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ.
But when you downscale it, it's not a natural scaling. It's not a natural downscaling.
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
When you downscale this,
ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾನೀಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
black bands.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ
on the top
launch
and
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
at the
ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
bottom. And I believe, and I think you will agree with me, that is absolutely ineffective usage of such a large display.
ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ.
But what we wanted to do is something different, and that's why on the Xiaomi Pad 5 you get
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 16:10
aspect ratio. And now this is a huge change because the 16:9 content will naturally scale beautifully into a 16:10 aspect ratio, maintaining the same consistency which you have seen.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Absolutely amazing. A lot of people will use these tablets for design purposes, for actually doing mechanical drawings. Now with a 1 billion color display, you get the right color accuracy which you have always expected on a tablet, and that was completely missing in this segment. Now the last thing which I would want to tell you is that because of a larger aspect ratio, which I was just talking about, 16:10, we are now able to fit in many more pixels per inches. What is the PPI? On the competition side, everyone, literally everyone, plays between 150 to 264 PPI.
275
we are not
PPI
doing that. I told you, display is something which you can consume your content on. And that's why we are delivering the highest PPI count in the segment and leading with 275 PPI. The next thing on this display is this is a very bright display, pushing up to 650 nits. Why is brightness important? This display, this tablet will move with you wherever you go. Now for example, you are sitting outside in a cafe. This display, because it's bright enough, will adapt automatically. If you are coming inside and sitting on your couch, again the display will understand and calibrate itself automatically. So that's about the specs on the display. But what's industry leading is the next point. The next point is the presence of a 120 hertz reality flow in this segment. Now one more thing which I wanted to mention is that most of the brands have limited this particular feature in a 70,000 to 1 lakh rupee price bracket. You exactly know the product I'm talking about. But look at yourself, look at all your phones. You're already above 60 hertz. You're already using a 90 hertz or a 120 hertz. Now if I go back to a 60 hertz, it's like going back.
Xiaomi launch
I don't want to do that.
maximum agi
to maintain that same consistency, you get a 120 hertz segment leading and segment first.
Indirect agi troll ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Refresh rate on this particular display. The next thing which I wanted to mention is the presence of true color. Now what is true color? There is an ambient color temperature sensor which is built within this display. Now what it does, and you can actually look at this, what it does is that it understands the ambient lighting conditions. For example, I was telling you, you might be sitting with this thing under harsh lighting conditions. The moment it detects the color temperature which is of the ambient, it will automatically tune the display as per that lighting condition, and it's adaptive.
The price on
you can also go under the settings menu and do much more things on the color accuracy.
14,499 4GB 128GB ಗೆ plus 6GB 128GB ಗೆ 15,999 ಮತ್ತು 8GB 128GB ಗೆ 16,999.
The support
Amazon summer sale ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್
Dolby Vision on this particular tablet.
iQ Z6 ಗೆ
But and I have a lot of buts today.
14,000 short.
Video is just 50% of the story.
Dolby Vision ಇದೆ ಈ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ.
when it comes to
IQ ವಿಷಯ ಬಿಡುವ ಈ
is
ಟ್ಯಾಬ್
actually audio.
Xiaomi
And
next
like I was
launch ಅಂತ
mentioning,
ನೋಡುವ ಈಗ
nobody till today
Dolby
has been
Vision
able
ಈ
to
ಟ್ಯಾಬ್
crack
ಸಿಗ್ತಿದೆ
this.
ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಷಯ.
And I was telling you this, that we have completely reimagined what a tablet could be. Hence, what you get, again for the very first time, is a quad speaker setup for independent channels.
ಕ್ವಾಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4
Let me just give you a quick view of
ಒಳ್ಳೆ
how
ವಿಷಯ
it
ಇದು.
looks.
ಹಾಗೆ
So
ನಮಗೆ
these are 4 speakers,
Netflix,
4
YouTube, Amazon
independent,
Prime, Hotstar,
symmetrical speakers to give you that
ಯಾವ್ದು
right
ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ
sound. And I
entertainment
know your
ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದಾರೋ,
problems.
ಯಾವುದೇ
I am a
video
consumer
ಏನಾದ್ರೂ
myself.
ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದಾರೋ,
I've
audio
always
ನಮಗೆ
been
correct ಆಗಿ
dependent
ಕೇಳ್ತಿದೆ,
on
ಯಾವುದೇ
external
ತೊಂದ್ರೆ
Bluetooth
ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
speakers and
ಒಳ್ಳೆ
headsets
ವಿಷಯ.
to enjoy my content. That's not the case anymore. Rely on your beautiful display and rely absolutely on these quad speakers to give you that room feeling, that surround sound which you have always wanted from a tablet. The second thing which I wanted to mention is the presence of high resolution
High-res audio ಇದೆ,
certification.
ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ
Now I
ವಿಷಯ.
know that most of you have Bluetooth headsets and most of us are also moving into lossless audio. Is the device ready to comprehend that and deliver the right audio experience? Absolutely it is. So on wired and wireless connections, you
Wired
get
ಕೂಡ wireless ಕೂಡ
support
ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ
for
high-res audio
high
ಇರ್ತದೆ,
resolution
ತುಂಬಾ
audio.
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಷಯ
So
ಇದು.
that's again industry first. The last thing which
ಪ್ರೈಸ್
I
ಎಷ್ಟು
wanted
ಅಂತ
to
ಹೇಳಿ
mention
ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್
on
ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
this particular
ಮತ್ತೆ
tablet
processor ಯಾವ್ದು
is
ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ
channel
ಹೇಳಿ
mapping. Now
ಹೇಳಿದಾಗಿಲ್ಲ,
let me
ಮೊದಲು
take a
ನನಗೆ
moment
ಮತ್ತೆ
to
ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು.
explain what channel mapping is, and you will appreciate this. Take a look at this. For example, and let me quickly explain, I will not take more than a minute. If you are holding the device in landscape orientation, you have the left channel firing, and I said these are 4 independent drivers. You have the left channel firing and the right channel firing together. But what happens when you are consuming, for example, Batman, and you flip the device? The device, using the accelerometer, is able to understand the orientation of the device and will flip the speakers automatically. Now this is very, very crucial. For example, when you are gaming, when you are playing when you are playing BGMI, what you will realize is that it's very, very important to understand that where your enemy is coming from. If the device orientation does not change the mapping of the speakers, you will get confused and you will get headshotted and die in under a minute. That's not happening anymore. This is an intelligent display which is also
BGM
understanding
ಹೇಗೆ
the
ಅಂತ
display
ಹೇಳಿ
orientation
ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ
and mapping the
ಉಪಯೋಗಕಾರಿ ಅಂತ
channels
ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
and mapping the speakers accordingly. The second thing which I wanted to mention is that we are also consuming a lot of portrait content now. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and much more. Are your left channel firing? Are your right channels firing together? Always. Okay? So because you have 4 independent
ಇದೀಗ
speakers,
ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
you will have left
portrait
channel
ಅಲ್ಲಿ
firing
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
together
YouTube Shorts
and the
ನೋಡುವಾಗ
right channel
ಹೀಗೆ scroll
firing
ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
together. What happens in this
ಆಗ
situation is
shorts
that
ನೋಡಲು
you
portrait ಆಗಿ
always
ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ
understand
ಹೀಗೆ.
and appreciate where the sound is coming from,
ಆಗ
and it
ನಮಗೆ
is absolutely
ವಾಯ್ಸ್
right,
ಕೇಳ್ತದ,
no
ಆಡಿಯೋ
matter
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್
what the
ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
orientation of
ಒಳ್ಳೆ
the
ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ
device
ಹೇಳಿ
is.
ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Now again, I have one more segment first. Let me quickly show you. Sorry. This, and I would want you to answer what
ಇದು ಒಂದೇ
fills
ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್
this
ಅಂತೆ
particular
Dolby
gap.
Vision ನೊಂದಿಗೆ
This is
ಬರೋದು
the
ಈ
only
ಪ್ರೈಸ್
tablet
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈಸ್
in the
ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ
segment
ಹೇಳಿ
with, and give me an
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ,
answer, me
ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ
fans.
ಇನ್ನು
What
ಸಹ.
do you think that gap is? Yes, you are right. This is the
Dolby
only tablet
Atmos
in
ಕೂಡ
the
ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
segment
ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಷಯ.
with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, and you exactly know that most of the high-end laptops are not able to do this, and we are doing this on the Xiaomi Pad 5 to deliver the right video and the right audio experience.
30,000
All right, I'm
ರೇಂಜ್
moving
ಲಾಂಚ್
to the second
ಆಗಬಹುದು ಇದು.
section now, and I have some questions for you again. Now, like I was saying, the entire idea of building a device is to also aid you in gaming.
ಕೆಲವೊಂದು leaks ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ
In
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
gaming. And when it comes
Snapdragon
to
8
gaming,
ಸಿಗಲಿದೆ.
there's one very specific thing which all of us consumers want. What is that one thing? Can you answer me?
ಗೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು
exactly to play on that particular point. But also remember that this is a 2.5K plus display. This is a 16:10 aspect ratio.
91 mobiles
imagine you're playing BGMI on this with quad speakers, high refresh rate, with Ultra HD resolution. Imagine how beautiful gaming would be. But how do we support that level of gaming, that brand new PvP gaming, which we are all getting used to? We support this with the right thing and with the right processor. And I wanted to tell you that this brings in flagship 800 series processor, which was the biggest problem in the segment, and we are solving for that right here, right now. The flagship 860, which you see on this particular tablet. The second thing which I wanted to mention. Now, most of us have been used to gaming on a small screen. Now, this is nice, right? But you will remember one thing, that most of the controls are like just jumbled up, right? It's a small real estate. Most of the controls are just jumbled up. But when you go into a large screen experience, your fingers are of the same size, which means that your controls also don't need to be humongous, don't need to be big, they need to be of the same size. But at the same time, because the controls are now not overlapping your screen and are cluttering your entire screen, you get a huge real estate and an added advantage across all your games. And that is the point which I wanted to make here today. So
ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. Xiaomi 12 Pro, Xiaomi Pad 5
all your games.
ಈಗ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ
right now
ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು.
You get enough horsepower, and also tablets go on for long, 3, 4, 5 years. You get enough horsepower today.
TV launch
that you have enough horsepower even after 2 to 3 years to drive all your games without any issues. Let's talk about the next use case, which is productivity. And this is also important, right? I was talking about that we are now getting into a work from anywhere culture, right? And like I was saying, like hardware is just one half of the story. The software defines your experience. And that's why we are launching Miui for Pad. And this is also the India introduction of Miui for Pad. Now this is not just a scaled up OS. This is an OS which has been completely redesigned for a large screen experience. Most of the OEMs have just been installing the same ROMs and understanding that there is no difference. There is a humongous difference between a smartphone and a tablet, and we understand that. And hence the importance of an optimized OS, an OS which has been optimized for the large screen experience. Now, across the entire segment, across all of the MIUI, we have optimized every system app only for the pad. Let me quickly give you a few examples. For example, take a look at the weather app, right? It's just not a scaled up version. This is completely redesigned to take usage and to use the entire real estate to the fullest. Oh, by the way, I did not know that. Did you see the AQI? That gives you one more reason to keep your mask up. 260 plus is the AQI in Delhi today. The second thing is that unlike a major brand, we have been able to scale up and redesign even the calculator app for the Xiaomi Pad 5. And these are few use case scenarios. It's a beautiful app. Most of you know this app. Most of you have gotten so used to this. Now we have not just scaled it up. We redesigned the entire calculator app for the Xiaomi Pad 5. The third app which I wanted to show you today is again in an introduction, and we redesigned and we made a new Notes app exclusively for the Xiaomi Pad 5. We'll speak more about this one.
Tablet use ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನೋಟ್
So
ಪ್ಯಾಡ್
these
ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
are the few system apps
Notes
which you will find on your device, and most of them have been completely redesigned and reimagined for a large screen experience. Now let's talk about the new UI.
ಹೊಸ
And
ಹೇಗಿದೆ
like I
ಅಂತ
was
ಹೇಳಿ
mentioning before, The UI basically defines your entire experience. So how have we changed the UI for a large screen experience? Let me just give you a quick example. For example, you can now see an app dock, which means just swipe up from the left-hand side or the right-hand side of your screen, and wherever you are in the system navigation, you will find the app dock swiftly coming up. The second thing which I wanted to show you, and by the way, most of our media colleagues and most of our fans have always loved the Miui Gestures. Some have even called it the finest implementation of gestures on a smartphone. We are extending the same on the tablet experience as well. Now you can also swipe up just to go home, and that's that easy.
ಇದು iPad ನಾನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ iPad ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
on this particular tablet you feel
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ iPad ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೋಗೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾರ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ವೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೋಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಗೆ ಬಂತು ಇದು iPad ಕಾಪಿ
simply go up and move it into a split window. Now this is a very big use case scenario. While you are watching one video, you are also reading about the same topic on Wikipedia. But with our new optimizations and with our core optimizations, now you can also pull a side window and a floating window and start taking notes right on top of it, making it very, very easy. You are doing three things: watching video, reading content, and taking notes all at the same time. And that's the beauty of Miui for Pad. Now let's also talk about the tools for productivity which we are introducing alongside the Xiaomi Pad 5. Number one, we are introducing the Xiaomi Smart Pen. And
Xiaomi Smart Pen
we are introducing the Xiaomi Smart Pen. Now let me give you the first look of the Xiaomi Smart Pen.
ಇದು ಆಪಲ್ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ.
It actually looks with just 12.2 grams. With just 12.2 grams, you can keep it in your hands all day long.
ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ.
And you will not ever feel that fatigue. It has a matte texture. It feels beautiful when you hold it in your hands. But at the same time, while being light, this can charge from 0 to 100% in just 18 minutes. I'll tell you one fun fact. Under a minute of charge, and there will be use case scenarios in your own life where you need quick charge. Just charge it for under a minute and you will get 20 minutes of usage. And that's whopping. Under a minute, you get 20 minutes of charge, always on the go, no matter what. Now, like I was mentioning, this also carries a precision tip. Right? It's a pen of precision. Why is that and how is that becoming? Like I was mentioning before, a lot of our new consumers will be using this particular tablet and this particular pen to be designing absolutely brand new things. For that matter, a lot of people are getting into Googling.
Graphic designers
a lot of graphic artists. Are there any graphic artists in the audience? No one? Alright. So, for a lot of graphic artists, the pressure sensitivity of a pen is very, very important. And hence, you get 4096 levels of pressure sensitivity. Means even when you are sketching or even when you are shading, your pen is able to understand that force, comprehend that force, and then convert it into those line drawings, those beautiful shades which you want to create. Now let me give you a few examples of what this tablet and this pen can produce together. We left the Xiaomi Pad 5 and the Smart Pen for just 6 hours with our design team. And we have our design team backstage, but just take a look at this. In under 6 hours, our team was able to create this beautiful drawing. And I want to give a big round of applause for Anurag. Anurag is not here today, but what he has done in under 6 hours is absolutely beautiful. This is why I call this the pen of precision. This is what it can deliver in your own hands. I would also want to show you one more drawing which Anurag helped us with. And you can take a look.
What is the drawings?
All right. Whenever you are a new tablet user, you would want the same experience and understand that we are graduating from a pen and a paper to a tablet experience. And there will be a lot of new customers on this one. Now, the moment you do that, the first fear is that what if my palm is actually rubbing off on the screen? And that's how you write. Half of your palm is actually landed on the screen itself. What we have built is an active palm rejection. No matter what, it always understands the difference between the pen tip and your palm, and there is that active palm rejection, which will ensure that there are no close touches at all whenever you are making notes, whenever you are drawing or doing anything on this particular tablet. So this is also a big thing. Now, how do you charge this pen, right? And we have a lot of creative people in the house. You're always thinking. There are ideas coming into your mind. How do you charge this while you are still thinking? Just simply dock it on the Xiaomi Pad 5 and it gets magnetically charged. Like I was mentioning, while you are thinking, your pen is always ready on the go. So 0 to 100% in under 18 minutes or on magnetic charging, and under a minute of charging, you get 20 minutes of usage, and that's very, very handy for all of us. The second productivity tool is something which you have been asking for, and I hope this completes that entire ecosystem of things which you need to be productive. Introducing, take a look actually, and then I will talk more about it.
ಇದು ಆಪಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌದು, ಆಪಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೇ ಟೈಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದು ಐಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಕಾಪಿ.
Introducing the Xiaomi Pad keyboard to complete that entire productivity set which you have always wanted. A beautiful tablet, a WQHD tablet, along with the Smart Pen and the Xiaomi Pad keyboard completes that entire ecosystem which is required by you to be always productive anywhere you go.
Magic keyboard for iPad and
which I would want to talk about
magic
in the productivity section
Xiaomi Pad keyboard ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
The camera.
ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಇದು 13
and now I know that a lot of people use the Xiaomi Pad keyboard's camera maybe for taking primary photos and doing so much more. But these cameras are so good. Let me explain how good are the cameras. Let me show you the main camera first. On the front,
full HD video conference
for full HD video conferencing. Whether you are in Microsoft Teams, whether you are in Zoom, or you like doing video conferencing on Instagram, all the apps support full HD video conferencing using the main camera. The second thing which I wanted to mention are the presence of dual microphones. With two microphones, there is an active noise suppression which happens, which means that you are not just looking good, but you are also sounding right and sounding good at all times. So nowhere am I audible is not going to happen anymore. And that's what is the front camera on the Xiaomi Pad 5. The second thing is the rear camera. And we know that a lot of our young users will be using this tablet to take notes and to actually scan notes and share it with their friends and family. So we have moved the document scanning in the main camera module so that it is very effective, very easy for you to scan documents. Now I have been using this for a particular purpose. I opened a bank account a few days back and they sent me a physical copy. What I did, I never wanted to go back to a scanner and you scan that, then sign it, then scan it again, and then print it out and send it back to them. So what I did, I just clicked the pic, used the Xiaomi Smart Pen, signed it, and sent it out. And that's easy. And that's absolutely easy. Multiple steps gone, no paper wasted, and that's easy to be doing just using a Smart Pen and your pad. So that's how quick this is. Now all of this has been supported by a 13 megapixel rear camera and an 8 megapixel front camera. So that's the camera setup on the Xiaomi Pad 5. The last thing which I would want to mention is the presence of these three things.
Bluetooth 5
Most of us have now started migrating
dual band
from a
Wi-Fi
2.4 gigahertz band to a 5 gigahertz band. Because of obviously we live in crowded areas and 2.4 gigahertz keeps overlapping and keeps giving you random speeds at all times. We are also extending support for dual band Wi-Fi support. You have the presence for 5 gigahertz support as well, so that you get stable connections, faster connections at all times. The second thing which I wanted to mention today is the presence of a Type-C port with OTG support. Now with OTG support, you can now attach your flash drives, you can attach your existing mice and your existing keyboard to this setup, and if you are a gamer, if you are a hardcore gamer, you can also attach a joystick or a gamepad to go along with this. So all your existing ecosystem works beautifully with the Xiaomi Pad 5. And the last thing is the presence of Bluetooth 5.0. With Bluetooth 5.0, what you get is low latency, stable connections all across your house, your offices, and your music is always sounding good. Your music, your content will always sound good, no drops altogether. Now, the last thing which is on top of my mind is what powers through everything on this Xiaomi Pad 5. So, this is supported by a large 8,720 mAh of battery, which will continue to go on and on for days without ever disappointing you. Let's take a look at few stats. You can hear music on this one for up to 5 days. Actually, with your screen off, this can go even up to 10 days. You can consume games on this WQHD resolution. You can consume games
music
with great sound for almost up to 10 hours.
Gaming 10
This goes from 0 to 100% in just 91 minutes. By the way, there's a 22.5 watt charger which is there in the box itself, but most of our consumers today in this particular audience and those of us who are watching us live will have an existing 33 watt charger in their bags. This also supports a 33 watt charger, and the number which you are seeing over there, 0 to 100% in just 91 minutes and 0 to 50% in under 40 minutes. And that's a promise. A tablet which is always ready in just half an hour of charge. All right, so that's Xiaomi Pad 5. And I'm quickly going to summarize it before I move on with the pricing and availability. So like I said, 120 Hz of refresh rate, segment first and segment leading. For a beautiful, smooth experience across UI, across all your games. One more thing which I would want to highlight and would want your attention upon is that we are not doing a 64 GB variant in the country. I'll tell you why we are not doing a 64 GB. Number one, and gamers support me on this one. The base install of BGMI is 4.1 GB. Correct? If you install all the add-ons which are available within the menu, it's 12.1 GB. With 4 games installed simultaneously on your app, or on your tablet, and maybe 2 full HD videos, you are already running out of storage. So what's the point of doing that? Why even do that in the first place? So in India, we will only start with 128 GB of storage, and the top variant will have 256 GB of storage. The third thing which I want to mention, and this is again very much appreciated, you want the read and write speeds absolutely in sync with your processor. Now this UFS 3.1 storage is absolutely the new protocol, which means that you get beautiful read-write speeds and you get beautiful processing power with the Snapdragon 800 series. Like I was mentioning, gaming on this has never been better. With a 2.5K plus resolution, you get support for over 1 billion colors, you get support for true
Camera
color,
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
adaptive display, which understands your ambience and adjusts the display. As for that, you get quad speakers with channel mapping. Channel mapping, like I was telling you, is very critical whenever you are consuming content, whenever you are gaming.
Quad speakers, true color,
MIUI
adaptive
has been
display,
optimized. This is
120
not the
Hz.
same MIUI.
MIUI for
has been optimized
MIUI 13,
for a large screen
Snapdragon
tablet
860.
experience, and this is MIUI 13
Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos.
MIUI for pad. You get support for Dolby Vision, you get support for Dolby Atmos, making it the only tablet in the segment by a huge margin. By a huge margin, this is the only tablet in the segment to feature both Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. And that's the Xiaomi Pad 5.
Xiaomi Pad 5.
All right, let me show you a quick product video which will quickly summarize all these things. Now I know I've been talking for a while. It will quickly summarize everything in just 30 seconds before I move on to pricing and availability.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗ.
Are you guys ready for the
ನಾನು
pricing?
ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. 120
Alright.
GB ಮತ್ತು 256
The Xiaomi
GB
Pad
ಇದು
5
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
in India
ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್
will
ಮಾಡೋ
launch
ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
at just 26,000
rupees 128 GB variant ಗೆ
99.
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಷಯ.
And the flagship variant of the Xiaomi Pad 5 will launch in India
256 GB
at just
28,999.
28,999.
27,000 ಮತ್ತು
But hold on,
29,000.
I've got more things
ನಾನು
in my
256
pocket
GB
to get
ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ
you even more
ಪ್ಲಾನ್
excited.
ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ
Are you ready?
120 GB ಗೆ 27,000 ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Yes.
256 GB ಗೆ
All right.
29,000.
There is
2,000 ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್.
an introductory pricing
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
which we are doing on the Xiaomi Pad 5, and here
256
are the
GB ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು
prices.
ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ 25,000 ಗೆ 120
So our
GB
brilliant team
ಹಾಗೂ
who is sitting in the front row
27,000 ಗೆ
has
256
done
GB
one more
ಮೇ
thing
7ರವರೆಗೆ ಈ
right
ಪ್ರೈಸ್
now,
ಇರ್ತದೆ.
and look at the prices, by the way. There is a discount.
ಪುನಃ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ನಾನೀಗ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ವಿ ಸಿಮ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೇನೆ. ಈಗ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕೀಗ. ಈಗ ಸರಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ನೂ ಸರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಗೆ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಗ ಸರಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಸರಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇದೆ.
Introductory pricing, which we are doing
Introductory pricing
on the Xiaomi Pad 5,
ಆಯ್ತು.
and here are the prices.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲೇ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನಿಂದಾಗಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Indian team who is sitting in the front row has more thing right now, and look at the
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್
there
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
is a discount.
ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು.
In fact, in this journey, we have remained India's #1 smart TV brand.
ಈಗ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಟಿವಿ ಲಾಂಚ್
since
ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಈಗ.
Q2 2018. Thank you. In fact, it just feels like yesterday I was standing here and talking about our first product. And in this journey of being #1 smart TV, we have changed the lives of over 7 million homes. That's right. We have sold over 7 million smart TVs here in India.
70 ಲಕ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ
However, for me
ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್
and for
ಟಿವಿ
a lot of you guys,
ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದಂತೆ Xiaomi ಕಂಪನಿಯವರು ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ
completely changed the roadmap of smart TVs. This revolutionized the way people consumed and watched content, and that is the Mi TV 4A series. This is the TV that is loved by all of you guys. This is the one that truly accelerated the growth of smart TV here in the country. And today,
ಮೇನ್
we're
ಆಗಿ
taking
ಇದು
the next step, introducing
ತುಂಬಾ ಸೇಲ್
the
ಆದ
Xiaomi
product
Smart TV
Xiaomi
5A.
ಕಂಪನಿದು.
This
ಈಗ
TV
Xiaomi
is going to
Smart
come in
TV
3 sizes.
5A.
Thank you. It's going to come in
Launch
3
ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
sizes: 32 inch, 40 inch, and 43 inch. And we have made significant improvements and upgrades across the entire series. And I'm sure with all of these updates, this will become the next most loved smart TV. Let's quickly go through some of the key changes that we have brought on this generation. The first thing that you'll know is about any TV, when you look at it, it's the design. If you notice, we have removed all the bezels across the TV. In fact,
Bezel-less
there's no bezels on
TV
the top and the sides for the first time. And this will enable you to get a full screen experience. If you remember all our products now, across the entire Xiaomi lineup, we have the same design philosophy. So you'll not find bezels in any of our model from the house of Xiaomi. And one of the reasons why we are the most loved smart TV brand is because of patch wall. Patch wall completely
Patch wall
changed
ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ
the
ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
way you and I
patch wall ಅಲ್ಲಿ
consume
ನಮಗೆ
content. In fact,
ನಮ್ಮ
this
ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್
is not
ಮೇಲೆಗೆ
just loved by us. A lot of people
optimize ಆಗಿ
love
ತೋರಿಸೋದು
what
ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ
patch wall is all
shows
about.
ಈಗ
In
trending
fact, my
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು
favorite
ಒಳ್ಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ
is
ಅಂತ
from
ಹೇಳಿ.
Counterpoint, which says patch wall is truly the heart of our smart TVs. And let me quickly take you through to some of the key features that most of you guys already know about. Imdb Integration, we were the first smart TV to bring this, and we also what this enables, right? You can just with a glance find, you find the ratings on the TV, and you can decide if you want to watch it or not. The second thing that for me makes patch wall. We introduced this way back in 4 years ago. That's universal search. Universal search can search across all the apps on our smart TV, and that's very
Universal
useful.
search ಅಂದ್ರೆ
Kids mode is also
ಒಂದು
another
search ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
absolutely crowd favorite
ಈಗ ನಾವು
feature.
ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ
You can
ಅಂತ
find
ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ
smart TV
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
content,
ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು,
right,
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
which are appropriate
YouTube
for your kids
YouTube ಅಲ್ಲಿ
in
ಇದು
this
ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ
mode.
ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇವೆ
And the
YouTube
last
ಸರ್ಚ್
but
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
not the least, today we have over
ಇನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ
300 live channels which will be available
ಕೆಲವು
across
shows
all our TVs.
Zee5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ
So
ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
that's patch wall.
Zee5
We
ಸರ್ಚ್
have made
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ
significant
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
changes over the last
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
few years.
ಆ ಶೋ
There are small
ಒಂದು
updates.
ಟ್ರೈಲರ್ ಕೂಡ
But
YouTube ಅಲ್ಲಿ
today the patch
ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು.
wall is completely
ಆ
different if you
ಟ್ರೈಲರ್
remember.
Zee5
Which we launched
ಕೂಡ
4 years ago.
ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು.
Today it's
ಹಾಗೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
faster,
ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸರ್ಚ್
smoother
ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
and
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
better
ಸರ್ಚ್
than
ಹಾಕಿ
ever.
ಅದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
And fueling this performance is an all-new chipset on the Xiaomi Smart TV.
ನೋಡಬಹುದು.
It's powered by a quad-core Cortex A55, and in fact it has more than 50% more RAM than the competition. This will ensure you can open apps quickly and you can have a smoother UI experience. Talking about sound, we have made a significant changes in the
ಸೌಂಡ್
sound
ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಈಗ
department. For the very first time on our full HD TVs, we are introducing 24 watts of speaker power. And this
24
is coupled with the premium
speaker
audio codec
ಇದೆ
technology called DTSX.
Dolby
DTSX
audio,
is an object-based
Dolby audio
audio experience
really?
that when paired with DTS Virtual X will give you a surround sound experience. But we didn't stop there. We also have Dolby audio support. In fact, Dolby audio is well known. We have content across various apps, so you can enjoy high-end audio with the Smart TV. Next, let's talk about two other things that we have changed over the predecessor. You will get a dual band Wi-Fi, which means you get both the bands. This will ensure faster Wi-Fi connectivity. You also get Bluetooth 5.0. This is another significant change from the predecessor. What Bluetooth 5.0 brings is stable connection over a long range. So these are some of the few significant changes that we have brought with the Xiaomi Smart TV A. Next, let's to summarize, take a look at the product.
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಹಿಂದಿದೆ ಇದರಿಂದ. 43 ಇಂಚ್ ಒಂದು 25 ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದೇನೋ, ಹಾಗೂ 40 ಇಂಚ್ ಒಂದು 23-24 ಸಾವಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಇದು ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೂಡ ರಿವೀಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. 32 ಇಂಚ್ 15,499 ಗೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ 40 ಇಂಚ್
for the 40 and the 43 inch
22,999 ಹಾಗೂ 43 ಇಂಚ್
premium metal bezel-less body, 24 watts of audio powered with DTX, Dolby audio and much more. And on the 32 inch you get HD resolution, the exact same premium bezel-less design. April 30th 12 noon on our Imdb.com partner website, Flipkart and other retail stores.
ಸೇಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
But
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್,
we didn't just come here to talk about the Xiaomi Smart TV 5A series. Team has been working really hard behind this.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸರಿ ಆಗಬಹುದು.
To bring something really special. This is perhaps the most significant thing that has happened to the Xiaomi TV since we launched the Xiaomi TV. Let's take a look.
The quick look. Product. Event Xiaomi Next 2022. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಟ್ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಕಾಣಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Did you guys like the surprise? I can't hear you. Did you guys like the surprise? That's right, folks. I've been waiting a long time to present this TV to all of you guys. This
Xiaomi
is our
OLED Vision.
first OLED TV here in the country, and we're calling it the Xiaomi OLED Vision. Thank you. A TV that is so incredible and impressive, you would be stunned when you take a look at it in the experience zone later. For me, this TV is a work of art. This is definitely going to elevate the aesthetics of any room. And this is not just a great display. You must have noticed how incredibly slim this TV is. It's just 4.6 mm thin. In fact, this is our slimmest TV that we have ever built. Fun fact, you guys got the badges today? Okay. If you guys notice, our TV is in fact slimmer than the badge in your hand. This TV will also come for the very first time bezel-less design on all the four slides. That's right, there's no chin to this TV as you can see.
Frame.
And this is housed in an all elegant metal body. It also comes with a whopping impressive 97% screen to body ratio, giving you that amazing premium full screen viewing experience. And it just looks gorgeous. And like I said before, it will blend and elevate any aesthetics that you have in your home, be it tabletop, wall mounted. This is sure a beauty. And it's not just a beautiful TV with great metal body. For a great viewing experience, you need the best picture quality. And we didn't strive for greatness.
Great viewing experience
we have strived for perfection in vision.
Picture quality.
Now before we deep dive
Perfection
into
in vision
that we're bringing with this TV, let's take a look how fundamentally an OLED TV is versus an LCD TV. As you guys know, a normal LCD TV comes with different layers that comprises of video picture quality. However, with an OLED TV, you just have a single layer. This makes it possible to build with incredible thinness of the 4.6 mm that you can see here. And that's not all. This display is packed with over 8 million pixels. And all of this 8.29 million pixels are self-illuminating. That's right. They are their own light source and also at the same time produce billions of colors of shades. The second thing that you get with the OLED display is that I can turn each of those pixels individually all the way to down to 0 nits. This gives us the perfect black that all of you guys crave for. As you can see here, with the LCD display, it's very hard to achieve it. However, with the OLED display, we can individually go and turn it off each and every pixels almost to 0 nits. This is only possible on the OLED display technology and the type. Not just that, we also have an amazing 1.5 million is to 1 contrast ratio, making this our best ever TV display that we have ever shipped. This will ensure you get nothing but the best that you guys deserve, for the best possible reproduction of blacks and all the colors. Now, what is all of these means that we spoke about? Imagine you're watching your favorite TV show with a scene like this. The OLED TV, again, we have tried very hard to showcase here, but you need to go and watch this for yourself. The OLED TV can showcase the brightest and the dimmest stars even in a pitch dark sky. I encourage all of you guys after this event, please go and check this out for yourself. We're also packing a true 10-bit panel. This is capable of producing over 1 billion colors. As you guys know, with an 8-bit you get over about 16 million, but with a 10-bit this will give you over 1 billion shades of color, which makes this picture perfect for all your entertainment need. We're also packing a reality flow of 60 Hertz, which means the TV can intelligently analyze each frames and insert frames to give you and ensure a smooth UI, picture performance for things like sports or playing games. So that's the summary of all the great hardware that we have packed in the Xiaomi OLED Vision. But we didn't stop there. All of this hardware needs to be backed up with great software technologies. I'm very happy to share the Xiaomi OLED Vision will be our first TV in India to come with IMAX enhanced
technology in the
gives you a wider viewing area, about 26%, and truly brings that cinematic experience right in your living room. And it's not just higher aspect ratio, guys. You also get fine-tuning of their picture performance in various aspects like picture, color, contrast, sound, and so on and so forth. That's IMAX enhanced, but this TV is packed with many, many firsts. We are very happy to share that the Xiaomi OLED Vision will come for the first time with Dolby Vision Iq technology. Dolby Vision Iq is a significant upgrade over the predecessor Dolby Vision. What we do,
Dolby Vision
we basically dynamically understand the lighting condition of your room or ambient with the ambient sensor, and we match that with the Dolby Vision metadata. This ensures that you get the best possible picture quality, just as the creator intended to be. And we are very, very happy to have shipped this in a Xiaomi OLED Vision TV to give you the best picture performance, no matter how the lighting condition of your room is. Talking about creator's intent, we also packing HDR10 Plus technology that comes with this. As you guys know, HDR10 Plus technology comes with content on our TVs on Amazon Prime, which have a lot of originals. But all of this, the hardware technology, the software stuffs that we have done, it means nothing if you don't tune your hardware. Tuning is the most important thing, and that's why this TV is shipping with the Vivid Picture Engine 2. What we do with Vivid Picture Engine is nothing but optimize the hardware and software to give you the best possible color, contrast, saturation, and brightness. So that's, to summarize, IMAX Enhanced coming for the first time, Dolby Vision Iq coming for the first time. However, picture is just 50% of your entertainment experience. For a great display with so many hardwares on the technologies, you also need perfection in sound.
Perfection
and we have done something
sound
completely revamped the speaker box for the very first time. I'm very happy to share that the Xiaomi OLED Vision will come with a whopping speaker cavity of 1.48 liter. This is the biggest that we have ever built, and all of this is custom built by our team. Now, what does speaker cavity mean? Speaker cavity essentially can displace more air. The more air you displace, the fuller the sound is. And this is complemented by not just one or two, this is complemented with 8 speaker driver. That's right, you heard it right. 8 speaker drivers. We have never done this ever before in any Xiaomi TV. There are 4 active and 4 passive radiators to give you that amazing immersive viewing experience on the OLED Vision TV. We didn't stop there. Of course, great hardware needs to be complemented with great audio technologies. Very happy to share that Dolby Atmos will be available right on the speaker box, right from the speaker box. This is again an object-based audio technology that creates an immersive surround experience right at your home. So that's the summary of sound performance. As you guys see, it's 1.4 liter speaker cavity. We also have 8 speaker driver. We also have 30 watts of speaker, DTS:X, and Dolby Atmos. The next thing that I want to talk about, which is again significant change on this TV, and that's performance. This, and I can guarantee you this is something that you will notice the moment you use our TV. And again, I encourage all of you guys go and check this out. This is possible thanks to the all-new quad-core A73 chipset, which is again a high-performance processor. And for the very first time, we're bringing 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage out of the box. So that's, again, this is some of the things that you guys have asked.
GB storage.
Why not more RAM? Why not more storage? We are installing so many apps. There are so many OTT apps. So for those guys, we have listened to you and we're bringing 32 GB as the base variant. Not just that, we are taking care of all the ports that you need to connect to external devices. As you can see, we have HDMI 2.1 compatible ports. One of them being
Headphone Jack.
You also have, if you notice, on Headphone Jack. Now, the story behind Headphone Jack is very simple. This is one port that you will find across all our Xiaomi TV. This is a consistent design philosophy that we have made a decision to ship in all our TVs. We didn't stop there. We are also shipping the latest Wi-Fi 6 on the Xiaomi OLED Vision
Wi-Fi
TV.
6
Wi-Fi 6
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
ensures, thank you. It ensures faster connectivity speed and stable performance no matter where you keep the TV in your house, and that's a guarantee. We are also shipping 2 far-field mics at the bottom of the TV so that with Google Assistant built in, you can talk to all our Xiaomi IoT products with just your voice. So that's all for the Xiaomi OLED Vision TV. Of course, these
Xiaomi
will
OLED
be made here in India.
TV
Thank you.
ಅದರ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗೀತು. ಈಗ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡುವ ಸಮಯ. ಈಗ
Let's
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
summarize
Xiaomi
all of
12
this
Pro.
and take a look at the product.
ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಲುಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾರು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕೇವಲ 53 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ಸ್ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 17,000 ಒಂದು ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ತಲುಪಲು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಮೇರೆ ಪ್ರಸಾದದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕೋಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ.
So that's the Xiaomi OLED Vision TV for you guys. Again, I'm super thrilled. Thank you. We are super thrilled to have brought this product here in India. And for the moment that you probably have been waiting for, the pricing, let's get straight into it. The Xiaomi OLED Vision TV will be launching
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ರಿವೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
89,999.
89,999 rupees ಅಂದ್ರೆ 90,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಒಂದು ಟಿವಿ.
We also have bank offer from our partner. The Xiaomi OLED Vision TV will be available with a 6,000 rupee discount with our partner's HDFC credit card and easy EMI, which makes the effective price of the Xiaomi OLED TV at just 83,999.
ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಚಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೀಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
one more surprise for you.
ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲು ಈ ಪೋಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್? ಈ ನೇರ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
on 19th
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹೌದು
of May at 12
yes or no.
And on that day, for everyone who purchases our TV will get a free 3 years comprehensive warranty on the Xiaomi OLED Vision.
ಮೇ 19ಕ್ಕೆ ಇದರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಲ್.
This is going to be available on me.com, our partner website Flipkart, Amazon,
ಸೊ ಬ್ರೋ ಪೋಲ್ ಅನ್ನು
and other
ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
So that's
ತುಂಬಾ
pretty much
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು
what
ನಿಮಗೆ
I
ನೇರ
came
ಪ್ರಸಾದ
here to
ಇಷ್ಟ
talk
ಆಯ್ತು
about
ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
on the smart TVs. For the next product, I would like to call on stage Raghu Reddy to talk about the showstopper for today. Raghu.
Yes, ಈಗ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ Xiaomi 12 Pro.
Thank you, Sudeep. Hello, fans. Hi. Thank you, everyone. Hi, I am Raghu, and I welcome you again to the biggest launch of this year from Xiaomi India. I hope you've been enjoying all the products that we've been showcasing this afternoon. I've been trying out the OLED TV myself for a while, and I'm beyond stoked for you to experience them very, very soon. Now, before we take a look at our next product, I want to spend a minute talking about our journey on the Xiaomi smartphone side. We started this journey in earnest only 2 years
Actually, ನಾನೊಂದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ.
We've achieved multiple milestones.
We worked really hard ಎಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Obviously, cameras have been a core area of focus for us.
ಆಗ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್
with Xiaomi smartphones, we've introduced many firsts on the smartphone camera.
Streamlabs
And
board ಕೂಡ
these new
activate
features
ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್
have
ಬೋಟ್ ಅಂತ
at
ಹೇಳಿ
least tried
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
to help us progressively bridge the gap between the smartphone and the DSLR. While cameras have been great on the Xiaomi smartphones,
Mi 11 Ultra
one more
ಅಂತೂ
big area of focus
DSLR
has been to
beat
enable a
ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು.
holistic multimedia experience on the smartphones. With this focus, we've enabled a billion color experience, made our displays smoother and more intelligent, and we've also partnered with the best in the industry to enhance the audio experience. Of course, that's not all. Right at the start of this year, we led the way and revolutionized the fast charging landscape in the country. We introduced for the first time ever the 120 watt Xiaomi hypercharge technology, which is an industry leading fast charging
Streamlabs
setup
board
that takes you to
activate ಆಗಿದೆ
100%
ಅಂತ
charge
ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
in under 20 minutes.
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಮಯದ ಹಿಂದೆ
But we're
ನಾನು
only getting
activate
started on
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ
this.
ಅದನ್ನ.
And the future seems exciting. And last but not the least, through these years, we've also worked tirelessly to improve the design on all our smartphones, trying newer styles, experimenting with different materials. We've been able to bring out some very well differentiated designs. And all of these have received loads of love from you. So thank you. As we continue to innovate in each of these areas, the receptions from the Mi fan, the reception from our Mi fans has been nothing short of phenomenal. So thank you again. Both our recent launches, the Xiaomi 11i and the Xiaomi 11T Pro, have got an amazing reception. Both of these devices have gone on to become the #1 selling devices in their respective segments. But we're not here to talk
number
about
one
that.
selling devices
We're here to talk
ಆಗಿದೆ.
about what's next in our smartphone journey. And today we are taking the next big step, presenting to you the showstopper.
Xiaomi 12 Pro launch ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಈಗ.
Like an anchor, you were the tide that kept me in. But even a wave will crash and end. This is our destiny. This is our destiny.
The showstopper. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದೇನು ಆಡಿಯೋ ಕಟ್
That's
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
the showstopper for you. A showstopper that's larger than life. A showstopper that leads the pack. A showstopper that excels. And a showstopper that invokes awe. Presenting to you the Xiaomi 12 Pro.
Xiaomi 12 Pro launch ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Let me straight jump into the design for the showstopper. I'll quickly take you through, what the design is about on the
The
Xiaomi 12 Pro.
showstopper ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು.
Starting with the back of the phone, you get a very unique texture. We calling this texture
ಬೇರೆ
the
colours ಇದೆ
velvet
ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ.
matte finish. And if you look closer, you will see a microcrystalline structure that ensures that there are absolutely no fingerprint marks or smudges on the back of the device. Moving to the cameras, with the Xiaomi 12 Pro, we're also introducing an iconic
ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 50+,
looking metal
50+,
camera deco,
50
which is
ಸಿಗಬೇಕು.
definitely a head turner. And then taking a look at the bottom or the top, you will see the speakers tucked behind a very elegantly designed sound waveform grill. Of course, you can't see it very well over here. I would really urge you to go to the and you realize how good it looks. And finally, not just that, the display is also protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, adding more durability to the overall design. The Xiaomi 12 Pro comes in 3 gorgeous colors, starting with my personal favorite, which is the Noir Black. But you also get Opera Mauve, and finally, you also get Couture Blue. Let me show you a quick video that shows all of these colors in its full glory.
ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಏನು ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Xiaomi 12 Pro. This is one of the best looking phones from Xiaomi yet, and we are beyond excited for you to try it. While the design on the Xiaomi 12 Pro is something that you can't take your eyes, we also believe that the display is something that you can't take your eyes off either.
ಇದರ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಇದರದ್ದು ಹೇಗೆಲ್ಲ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
So what makes the display on the Xiaomi 12 Pro a showstopper? There are a bunch of factors. We'll quickly run you through it so that you know what's gone into making the showstopper display. So it's the 3 C's, that's what we're calling it: color, clarity, cutting technology, combined with smoothness and tuning. We worked on each of these elements and equipped them with industry-leading technology across both hardware and software. As a result, what you get is an unparalleled multimedia experience on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Starting with the 3 C's, the display on the Xiaomi 12 Pro.
3 C's: clarity, color, cutting edge
technology.
technology.
Color, clarity and cutting edge technology. The Xiaomi 12 Pro features a large 6.73 2K plus resolution AMOLED
ಯಾವ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
For all kinds of content. While we get the clarity right, we also wanted to bring you the best color experience on a high resolution display, because this is one screen that you'll actually hold closest to your eyes. The Xiaomi 12 Pro comes with again a true 10-bit display capable of producing over a billion, and this changes everything, because the ability to produce a billion colors makes the subsequent display tuning much more effective. It gives the tuning algorithms much more room to recreate a more dynamic visual than what we are used to seeing. That's
1 billion plus colors
on the Xiaomi 12 Pro screen. Of course, some of the problems that we encounter when we are using our screens, we use our displays in varying lighting conditions, and this means you'll need to adjust it to the changing environment that you're in. Also, in summer months when it is too sunny, sometimes it becomes difficult to see things on a sunny day.
ಟ್ಯುಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾನಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಶೀಘ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಚಾನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಳಿ ಒಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಲೋ ಎಂಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ i3 6th ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 4GB RAM ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟೆಲ್ 520 ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಸ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ OBS ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನಿಂದ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Continuing our pursuit to bring you cutting edge technology, we bring to you an all new innovation in the form of micro lens technology. This is an implement where we place a lens on top, where we place a lens on top of each pixel. This neat little hack allows us to get better light transmittance and also improves the overall power.
Micro lens technology ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ.
Moving on to smoothness, the Xiaomi 12 Pro also features the latest LTPO 2.0 technology.
LTPO 2.0
It's a special kind of OLED display which
variable refresh rate.
for variable refresh rate between 1 Hz to 120
ಇದರ
Hz.
ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟಿವ್ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ
built on top of the
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 to 120 Hz. ನಾವೀಗ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬ್ರೌಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ವಿಕಿಪೀಡಿಯಾ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 120 Hz ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು 10 Hz ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ 60 Hz 30 Hz ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಗೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 120 Hz ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
Not just
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
this,
ಆಗ
when you actually play a
ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್
video
ಆಗಿ ಅದೇ
which runs at 16
ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ
60
ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್
frames per
ರೇಟ್.
second,
ಹಾಗೆ
the
ಜಸ್ಟ್
display
ಫೋಟೋ
mirrors
ಸ್ವೈಪ್
it
ಮಾಡಿ
and again
ನೋಡುವಾಗ
dials it
1
down
ಹರ್ಸ್
to 60 hertz.
ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಫೀಚರ್
The
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
display is also tuned to perfection to create very dynamic looking visuals basis the content on the screen, and not just that, it automatically adapts to any lighting situation that you are in and adjusts the output accordingly. So the Xiaomi 12 Pro has been tuned to perfection, and it's not just us saying that we've created one of the best displays today. We've also been awarded 15 Display Mate A+ awards. This is one of our most awarded displays
display
till date,
performance
and
rating
here are all
in the
the awards
ಈ
on your
ಕಂಪನಿ
screen
ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ.
for you to know it yourself. Not just that, we've also extended our partnership with Dolby to enable a Dolby Vision experience.
Dolby Vision
Xiaomi 12 Pro.
experience ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. Dolby Vision ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ
Dolby
ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ.
Vision lets you enjoy a much more dynamic range visual no matter what.
Dolby Vision ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆದಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎನ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸುವಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ರೈಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ.
With this, you can now enjoy all your Dolby Vision titles on Netflix directly on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Next up, we're going to talk about sound. Could this get any better? Absolutely.
ಶೋ ಸ್ಟಾಪರ್ ನ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ Xiaomi 12 Pro ಸೌಂಡ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
we haven't.
ಅದರ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈಗ ಸೌಂಡ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್
holistic multimedia experience in its truest sense. We've curated the audio setup
Harman
with
speakers
the
ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
same meticulous level of detail that
Harman
that
Kardon.
you've seen on the display to bring you an unparalleled multimedia experience. This approach to audio on a flagship smartphone focuses on a more wholesome and a fuller audio experience over loudness. And as part of this, we worked with the industry leaders Harman Kardon to tune this on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Harman Kardon brings their 69 years of legacy to give you a crisp, clean audio which has the capacity to fill your space with wholesome sound. With this audio system, you will be able to pick up new notes on your favorite songs. To add on to the goodness of the Harman Kardon on the Xiaomi 12 Pro, it also comes with a one of its kind quad speaker setup. This is India's first quad speaker setup in a smartphone with 2 dedicated tweeters and 2 dedicated woofers. So what are the benefits of this system and why are we introducing it? Well, any sort of audio that you listen to is
ಕ್ವಾಡ್
comprised of
ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಷಯ ಇದು. ಕ್ವಾಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್
number of
4
frequencies
ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್
all put together, are grouped into lower frequencies based and the higher
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
frequencies.
Snapdragon
A good speaker
8 generation
setup
1
tends to reproduce
ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು
different
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
frequencies with very high resolution. But smartphones up until this point have largely been using a dual speaker setup, which while reproducing the lower frequencies well, compromises on the higher frequency reproduction, leading to a lopsided and an incomplete audio experience. The Xiaomi 12 Pro solves this with its powerful quad speaker setup, giving better sound stage and a sharper separation between different instruments so that you can discern magic with your music. I've spoken a lot to make it simpler. I think there's a better video.
Here's what others can't. Hear what others can't. ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ಶಿಪ್ಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫೋನ್ಗಳ ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ Xiaomi 12 Pro ನ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Snapdragon sound, Dolby Atmos ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
To further add on to the incredible sound setup, we've also again collaborated with Dolby to ensure that your sound experience is enhanced. You will get Dolby Atmos with this, which means you will feel like you're there in the middle of everything, whether you're binge watching movies or shows or playing your favorite game. And not just that, we're also bringing for the first time Snapdragon sound that enables a high fidelity music experience on smartphone. This technology retains all of the original content bit by bit, resulting in music identical to the original recording. And with Xiaomi 12 Pro, it'll probably be your first introduction to a lossless music experience on a smartphone wirelessly. Now that's an absolutely brilliant display and acoustic experience waiting for you to be explored. Let's recap all the wonderful elements on the display and sound on the Xiaomi 12 Pro that's there on the screen for you. I would now like to call upon Sandeep Sharma to take us further through some of the more killer attributes of the showstopper.
ಈಗ ಸಂದೀಪ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ Xiaomi ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ.
Thank you, Raghu. Really excited to be here to talk about the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Now we're starting with
Xiaomi 12 Pro ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಇವರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಫೋನ್, ಅದರದ್ದು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
12 Pro for the past 3 months and I'm very pleased to say that this has the absolute best camera performance when it comes to any flagship on the market. Now before we dive in to what exactly constitutes the showstopper camera setup, let me first talk about the flagship camera setup on other smartphones. There usually is a huge inconsistency when it comes to the camera setup, especially when it comes to the primary cameras versus the experience that you get on other cameras. You also have inconsistency when it comes to focus, where some images are in focus, but most of them are out of focus. You also have inconsistency when it comes to daylight
primary camera ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ
very very poor
ಫೋಕಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಬ್ಲರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗಳ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Now for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, what we did is India's first and most advanced setup, the only one in India to feature a 50 megapixel
50 plus 50 plus 50 megapixel camera setup Xiaomi 12 Pro ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
This is the most consistent and advanced camera setup you can find on any
most advanced camera setup.
Now allow me to showcase some images, because we are not just consistent in terms of resolution but also in terms of the output. If you look at these 3 images, you will notice great color signs across. You will notice that the skins are incredibly consistent. You'll notice a wide and consistent dynamic range, and most importantly, incredible sharpness and detail across all 3 photos. So the most consistent and advanced camera setup ever on a smartphone. Now as a photographer, what I usually carried in my backpack for years was a high-end flagship mirrorless or DSLR camera, full frame sensor, a 14mm focal length ultra wide angle camera, a 15mm telephoto camera, a 24mm wide angle camera. Now this is considered to be the perfect trio in a photographer's arsenal, and this is also what we have followed, and I'll explain this when I talk about the camera setup on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. What we have on the metal camera deco is, as I mentioned earlier, a 50 megapixel wide angle camera, and this is the India debut of Sony IMX707, and is currently the largest sensor
Sony IMX707 sensor use ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, primary sensor ಆಗಿ.
A very large 1.9 aperture and a focal length of 24mm that is very versatile and yet fit for daily usage. When
aperture of 1.9, telephoto
you have a very large f1.9
50 megapixel 48mm
the primary camera.
2x optical zoom ಇದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ f1.9 aperture ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ
we
ನಿಮಗೆ.
also have a 48mm focal length, which is considered to be practically identical to a 50mm focal length that most people consider to be the perfect representation of the human portrait. Now why is it so? Anything that's further in the telephoto range and you get compression, anything that's wider, and you get distortion. So 48mm gives you the best of both worlds when it comes to overall consistency and overall representation of the human face. We also have a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with a very large sensor and f2.2 aperture, while most of the other competition gives you f2.4, f2.8 or even lower. And this also great looking photos, especially thanks to the focal length of 14mm, which we consider to be ideal, especially since it captures a very wide field of view, dramatic looking compositions, but at the same time ensuring that there's no distortion, no chromatic aberration or a fall in terms of the overall sharpness. Now while
50 megapixels na ultra wide cameras idರಲ್ಲಿ f2.2
let's take a look in this video first. So here are some samples that were shot on
samples
identical
Xiaomi 12 Pro
now, if you look at
phone
this, most
the
of you would probably be thinking
photo
that this was shot on the
video
wide angle
samples.
camera, considering that you have beautiful looking gradients, there is no overexposure, there is no underexposure, there's plenty of detail available, and the overall image looks very, very good. And believe it or not, this is straight out of the camera, but this was taken on the 2x telephoto camera. Next up, we have a wide shot, again on the 50 megapixel wide camera. Incredible detail, excellent color in terms of the overall leaves. See the sun bursting through the trees and looks very, very impressive. Again, straight out of the camera. And we have a very difficult situation, and by difficult I think most people would assume this is easy, but challenging lighting conditions is not only limited to low light, but also when the sun is at its highest in peak afternoon, and that's when this photo is captured, but we still kept the highlights in check and the shadows in check, and overall had great
ಬಿಸಿಲು ತುಂಬಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಆಗ
now coming
ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾದ
back to
ಬ್ರೈಟ್ನೆಸ್
the
ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್
50mm. Here are some samples
ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಷಯ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಫೋಟೋ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
You get great subject separation, you get incredible amount of detail and very good looking colors. Well, these photos were actually captured on the Xiaomi 12 Pro using
ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೋಟೋ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು.
Are straight out of the camera, no editing required, no post processing required. Now when it comes to flagship, there are two other problems that we often face, and that is with respect to the focus as well as motion blur. What we have done with the help of Xiaomi Pro Focus technology is eliminate both of these. So no longer do you have an image that is out of focus, and no longer do you have motion blur,
technology
which is often caused due to a shake
never miss a moment
or the device being unable to capture a subject or object that is moving faster than its shutter speed is capable of doing. Now allow me to demonstrate Pro Focus and the
motion tracking ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
focus ಅಲ್ಲಿ motion tracking focus, where regardless of where your subject is, he or she is constantly in focus, and even when they go behind the subject or out of frame,
ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಕೈ ಹೀಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ,
human REID
ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ ಫೋಕಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
entire body
ಫೋಕಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ.
Facial patterns and make sure that they're always in focus. Next up is eye tracking focus, which ensures that the human eye is always in focus, because that is the optimum focal point to get the core essence of human emotion. And we also have a fallback with respect to face tracking and body tracking, depending on the distance you are from your subject. We also have motion capture, which essentially has a 209% faster shutter speed, ensuring that there is no shakes happening when you take the photo. And we also eliminate motion blur with the help of 10 frames stacked every single second when you're capturing the photo, thus eliminating motion blur. So capture the perfect shot at the perfect moment with Xiaomi Pro Focus.
Chat
monitor ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
We understand that low light is not just about night photography, but rather it also involves challenging situations.
ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, which mic are you using ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಮೈಕ್ ಬೋಯಾ BY1 mic.
No lighting conditions and even no light. So what we did was to push the Xiaomi 12 Pro to the extreme, and we also compared it with some of the flagships on the market. We went to Manali and we captured shots in practically zero light conditions, and these were all taken handheld and they were taken using night mode. Now I'd like to invite all of you to guess
ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬೋಯ ಮೈಕ್.
And the first photo I would like to describe some of the characteristics that you see here. This is completely out of focus, high amounts of noise, and it also has a huge purple tint resulting in an unusable image. Any guesses which phone took this? I think I heard OnePlus, and that is right. This was captured on the OnePlus 10 Pro, and credit
ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ OnePlus 10 ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
So this was the next shot captured on another flagship device. While you see that the purple tint is no longer there, it has some other issues including black brush, especially in the foreground where the shadows are completely gone.
ಇದೊಂದು ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಫೋನ್
very noisy, and this was captured on the S22 Ultra.
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆ. Samsung S22 Ultra ಕೂಡ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
This has a better exposure, but it comes at the cost of actually overexposing the highlights,
ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
And you notice that all the trees are very soft, almost looks like an oil painting, and there's plenty of ghosting as well. This was captured on the Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max.
iPhone 13 Pro Max.
So what have we done
ಕೂಡ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿ
in such
ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್.
challenging lighting condition, and the result will
ಈಗ ಒಂದು
shock
ಒಳ್ಳೆ
all
ಫೋಟೋ
of you.
ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು Xiaomi 12 Pro ಇಂದ ತೆಗೆದ ಫೋಟೋ ಅಂತ
This is what
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
we got
ಈಗ
on the
ಇದೊಂದು
Xiaomi
ಫೋಟೋ
12
ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ
Pro
Xiaomi 12 Pro ನಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದಿತ್ತು.
in night mode. So this
In the
is
night
what
mode.
ultra night mode is capable of delivering: the most consistent performance in low light conditions with perfect focus, excellent detail, excellent sharpness, incredible dynamic range, and most importantly, excellent color science. Now, how did we achieve this?
ಹೀಗೆ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
Several different things, including the large
ದೊಡ್ಡ
sensor that we
ಸೆನ್ಸರ್,
have,
ವೈಡ್ ಅಪರ್ಚರ್, ಕಲರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆದಿದೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ, ಆಪ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ OIS ಇದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
Computational photography, including true focus that ensures that your object or background and foreground and everything is in perfect focus, and also the overall noise levels, as you saw, were almost close to zero.
Xiaomi 12 Pro 5G ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಇದು Xiaomi 12 Pro 5G ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ Xiaomi 12 Proನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇದರದ್ದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆದಿದೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನೋ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. Xiaomi Next 2022 event
on ultra night video. So not only do we have ultra night photo, but we also have ultra night video, and we also have pro focus, by the way, on animals as well. And this basically showcased the power of ultra night mode, not just in photo but also in video. And you can also see the challenging lighting conditions where there were multiple light sources, both warm and cool, how it still retained the core essence and colors across those different lighting sources. Now moving on, we have also ensured the night mode is not just restricted to the primary camera at the back, but you get it across all three cameras, not just at the back but also the front facing selfie camera. So every single camera has a night mode, and we also have
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾಕ್ಕೊಂದು ನೈಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ನೈಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ,
that were taken on the Xiaomi 12 Pro.
ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾ ವೈಡ್ ಗೂ ನೈಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋಟೋ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾಕ್ಕೂ ನೈಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ.
But again, it retains the core color temperatures of each of these lighting sources, and overall a very noise-free.
Normally, inga stream nadita ide, ಏನು problem ಕೂಡ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
A neon trail mode that we shot again on the Xiaomi 12 Pro, a beautiful looking Lamborghini that it captured really well. And I think the core essence of this is the fact that there's little to no noise, perfect detailing and sharpness. And we also have great consistency when it comes to the videos, as we mentioned earlier. The Xiaomi 12 Pro supports 8K video recording. You get up to 4K
8K video recording ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, 4K ಕೂಡ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, 1080p ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, 8K ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಷಯ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದರ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
your creativity to the next level.
8 Gen 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಯಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲ್ಯಾಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾನು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಹಾಟ್ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
So that was a film that was shot exclusively on the Xiaomi 12 Pro, showcasing its video capabilities. And we also have another important announcement to make. We love art of filmmaking, and Xiaomi Studios will be coming to India very, very soon. And our first project will be a film that is shot entirely on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. To summarize, we have India's first and only smartphone with a 50 megapixel ultra wide, 50 megapixel wide and 50 megapixel telephoto camera, a flagship camera system that is
Xiaomi
like any other thing
12
out
Pro
there.
5G.
One camera to rule
8K
them all.
video recording ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, 4K HDR 10+ recording ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾ ನೈಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, OIS ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
And every single thing that you would need
ಭಾರತದ ಮೊದಲನೇ 50+50+50 ಮೆಗಾಪಿಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಇರುವ ಒಂದು ಫೋನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
120 watt charging
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ
on a smartphone to India.
120 watt
the fastest
Xiaomi
India's
hyper
fastest charging
charge
technology,
and expected ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ.
Xiaomi hyper charge is India's fastest charging technology.
ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಬಹುದು.
So the safest charging technology,
120 watt ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
Acknowledged and appreciated it, but how exactly have we made it better with the Xiaomi 12 Pro? And that is with the help of our
intelligent charging
chipset.
use ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
This is the first smartphone in India to come with an intelligent fast charging chipset. Now what exactly does this allow? Well, it gives you the best of both worlds, which is
120 watt charging,
flagship battery.
ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ
ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಇನ್ 18 minutes.
ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಪುನಃ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
4 minutes using the standard mode. But that's not all. We also have the world's only implementation of
4600 mAh ನ ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 120 ವಾಟ್ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಷಯ.
Charging, and this is made possible thanks to Surge P1. Now why do you need a unified cell when a split cell already exists? Well, the reason is that given the same physical constraints, you're able to get 10 to 15% larger battery capacity within the same physical constraints.
ಲಾರ್ಜರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಷಯ. 4600 mAh ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ 120 ವಾಟ್ ನ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್.
That's not all. We also have 50 watt wireless fast charge which
50
by
watt
the way,
wireless fast
is
charging ಕೂಡ
faster
ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ
than
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
most other flagships when it comes to
Wireless
even
ಆಗಿ
their wired charging.
50
We
watt ನ
also have 10 watt reverse
ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್
wireless
ಸ್ಪೀಡ್
charging.
ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇದನ್ನು
And
ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಈ
when I
ಫೋನ್.
mentioned that it is smarter, we also have
Xiaomi adaptive charge ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
Xiaomi adaptive charge. What this does, it basically understands your schedule. It understands when you go to sleep. Say you go to sleep at 10 p.m. It charges to 80% very quickly, and say you get up by 6, it is ready and charged fully to 100% by the time you wake
ಇದನ್ನು
up.
ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಫುಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೊದಲೇ ಸೂಚನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ.
Even better and smarter thanks to Surge P1, 4600 mAh battery, 120 watts, and of course we also get the charger in box.
ಚಾರ್ಜರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ.
Moving on to what constitutes the showstopper performance, you have the latest and best
Snapdragon 8 Gen 1
chipset with this, which
With
is
the
based
latest
on a
processor
4nm manufacturing process. Thank you. Now this brings in 20% improvement in CPU. It has 30% faster GPU as well
CPU
as
ನಲ್ಲಿ 20% improvement
more power
ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ
efficient.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
And one of the most important things is the fact that it has 400% faster AI performance, which is one of the reasons why we were able to do Pro Focus as well as Ultra Night mode. Now, how exactly have we taken this to the next level?
ಕೂಲಿಂಗ್
Well,
ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್
that is
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ
thanks to
ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್
the
ತುಂಬಾ
industry-leading
ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್
cooling
ಇರೋದು ಕೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು
system that
ತುಂಬಾ
comprises
ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಈ
of
ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್.
vapor chamber technology, liquid cooling technology, and triple graphite sheets, which ensures that you have sustained peak performance regardless of whether you're doing gaming or graphic intensive tasks. To sum up the performance, you basically have Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, 4nm, the best possible chipset on the market right now. You have better CPU efficiency, better GPU performance, and you have truly global
ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
NFC, Wi-Fi 6E as well as Navic.
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಸಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
And this comes with Android 12 out of the box with MIUI 13 on top.
MIUI 13 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. Android 12
IR Blaster.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
also are ensuring
IR
3 years
Blaster
software
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
updates,
ಅದು
4 years of security
ಎಲ್ಲ
updates.
Xiaomi phones ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಇದು. IR Blaster ನ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ Xiaomi phone
So this is a summary
Xiaomi
of
ಎಲ್ಲ
the
ಸಬ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೇರಿಸಿ
The
ಯಾವುದೇ
current
ಫೋನ್
best
ಅನ್ನು
flag
ನೀವು
device
ಟಿವಿಗೆ
available
ರಿಮೋಟ್
in
ಆಗಿ
India.
ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
The only one in India to feature a 50 megapixel plus 50 megapixel plus 50 megapixel flagship camera setup.
50 plus 50 plus 50 megapixel ನ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಇರೋದು ಭಾರತದ ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಫೋನ್.
Every single capture or photo you take is one that's worthy of framing. You have the best display experience with a 120 Hz 10-bit 2K plus AMOLED display with Dolby Vision, with LTPO 2.0, HDR10 plus, and many more. You have India's
ಇದೆಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು.
speaker setup that comprises of 2 woofers and 2 tweeters. You have a great design in the form of the metal camera deco, the velvet matte finish in 3 different colors. You have 120 watt Xiaomi Hypercharge, 50 watt wireless charging, 10 watt reverse wireless charging, 4600 mAh battery, and the 120 watt charger is included in the box. Now I'll just play a product video to summarize the same.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಫೋನಿನ ತೆಗೆದ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಿದೆಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದರದ್ದೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಮೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. ಮೋಷನ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುವಾಗಲೂ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಲೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಕ್ವಾಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ 4 ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. 120 ವಾಟ್ನ ಹೈಪರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
That was the Xiaomi 12 Pro. Now to take you all through the most anticipated part, I invite Raghu back on stage. Thank you, Sandeep. I know it's been a long afternoon, but let's quickly get to the pricing.
ಈಗ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ರಿವೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Xiaomi 12 Pro 5G 8GB RAM 256GB ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತು 12GB RAM 256GB ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. 128GB ವೇರಿಯಂಟ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
We have 256GB storage as the default option for both of these variants, because we believe customers in this price segment deserve to get at least 256GB of storage.
At least 256GB ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡುವ ಸಮಯ.
Virtual RAM on top of this. So what's the pricing going to be? The 8 plus 256GB will come at just
62,999 rupees. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು HDFC ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ.
This is an incredible price, and for the 12GB plus 256GB variant, the pricing is only
66,999. ಕೇವಲ 70,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಫೋನ್. 12GB RAM 256GB ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ನೊಂದಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಏನಾದರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ರೇಟ್ಗೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್. ICICI ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ನೊಂದಿಗೆ 6,000 rupees ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್
from ICICI Bank cards and EMI options.
ICICI Bank cards
of it, you also get an introductory offer of 4,000 rupees.
Introductory offer 4,000 rupees introductory offer ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಎರಡು ಆಫರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. 8GB to 56GB ಕೇವಲ 53,000 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತು 12GB to 56GB ಕೇವಲ 57,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಷಯ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಆಗಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ.
256GB variant. All right. So that's the summary of pricing, offers, and okay, we haven't spoken about the availability.
Yeah, first sale yaವಾಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
When
ನೋಡಬೇಕು.
does the sale start? It starts as early as 2nd May at 12 noon.
ನಾನು ಈಗ ಒಂದು 50 to 55,000 ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ರೇಂಜ್.
And across all the retail stores. So that's the information on availability.
ಈಗ launch event ಮುಗಿತಾ ಬಂದೀಗ.
We're not just done. We also have one more
Xiaomi
important thing
ಅಥವಾ Mi
for all of you
ಅಂದ್ರೆ Mi
fans
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಳೆ ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ Mi ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತು Redmi Note ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ಫೋನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. 100% offer up to rupees 20,000.
You can get in any of your old Redmi Note or Xiaomi phones.
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್
20,000
Xiaomi 12 Pro
on
ಇದೆ.
the exchange. 100% off up to 20,000 on returning your older Redmi Note or Xiaomi devices to get the new Xiaomi 12 Pro. This will be made available across Mi.com, Mi Home and Amazon.in. This is on the 1st of May at 12 noon. This is a limited sale only for Xiaomi fans who want to trade in their
Xiaomi fans ನರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ಸಿಗೋದು ಈ ಆಫರ್. ಲಾಂಚ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಬಂದಿರಬೇಕು.
That's it. That's the end of the show.
Yes, that's
we
it.
look forward to your support. I hope all of you can enjoy all the products outside and experience it for yourself.
ಸಲೀಗ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಈ ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ. ಈಗ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಇವೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡುವ. ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ರಿಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಈ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಇದೊಮ್ಮೆ. ಈಗ ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ Xiaomi ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದು Xiaomi ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ 5 ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ಯಾಡ್. ಅದನ್ನೀಗ ರಿವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಿನ್ನ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ರಿವ್ಯೂವರ್ಸ್ನ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ರಿವ್ಯೂವರ್ಸ್ನ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರು ಆ ಫೋನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಬರೀ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಿದೆಯಾ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ Xiaomi ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ 5 ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಯಿತು ಹೇಗೆ, ಮತ್ತು Xiaomi TV ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ TV 5A. ಹಾಗೆ Xiaomi 12 Pro ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಡೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಗೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೇ ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾನಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ನವಾಡ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಶೀಘ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಈಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತುಂಬ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈಗ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Thank you for watching. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಚಾರ, ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಚಾನಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಸಂಜೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಯಕ್ಷಗಾನಗಳ ಭಾಗಗಳ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯರ್ ನಡೆಯಲಿದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.